I never been so happy to be without a job. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video is gonna be a little bit different. It's just me today, no Robin. Actually, she's at school, so I will be getting her at school within the next 3 hours. Got some stuff done today. I went and I got a pedicure. Yesterday I went and I got my hair done. I gave myself some love today and I'm feeling brand new. So this video is just basically to talk about my experience as a stay-at-home mom, how it's been going so far, and how I became a stay-at-home mom. This all happened because of pandemic. My last job, I was in that job and I climbed up the ladder in terms of position. Started off as a receptionist, then supervisor, then assistant manager, then manager. The role was so much, it requires so much from you. And at the time when I was pregnant with Robin, that's when I got promoted to supervisor. After that, I got promoted to assistant manager while I was pregnant. When I gave birth and went back to work, I got promoted to manager. I was very happy for the roles. I was very happy for the promotion because it made me feel so good about myself, because I usually think very little about myself, about what it is that I can do. So to see that I was able to be recommended and people see it in me that I could do this, I felt very good about myself. But the challenge was for me was to manage being a mom and manage my job, which requires so much of me, so much of my time. So I ended up being a single mom, and that's where it got really bad. I ended up being a single mom. I was a single mom when my daughter was 1 year and 3 months. That's when her dad and I broke up. So I was there living by myself, and I was so stressed. I used to be so stressed out, not stressed of being a mom, but stressed because I was always at work. I would go to work like 8 o'clock and I would never leave work until like 8 in the night. And whenever I would take my daughter to daycare, whenever I leave her inside that building, I would head into my car and I would scream on top of my lungs because I was so tired. I was so frustrated. I was so hungry, like literally hungry, because how late I get home, I don't eat, and how early I have to get up, I don't eat breakfast. So I was always hungry. I don't know if people noticed, but I was losing so much weight and I was screaming. I remember when I came to my breaking point, when I said I'm going to quit this job, it was in February, and that's before pandemic, the February before, while the pandemic was going on. And I said, you know what, I'm going to start an online business. I'm going to start selling stuff. And that's when I started buying my bags and some little, beauty products on Shein. Shein wasn't so common as it is now in Jamaica. Shein was just coming out. There was only a few people that was actually shopping on Shein then. That's in 2019. So I started shopping on Shein and doing my online business, and that was to prepare myself because I was ready to quit. I was ready to leave my job because I was not giving enough time to my child nor to myself, because I would work 5 days a week. Sometimes if I have to work on a Sunday, I have to take my daughter with me to work, have her in the stroller in my office. I usually have 2 phones. One of the funniest things is I had 2 phones. I had my personal phone, and because I was a manager, I had the work phone. So what I would do when I have to do my property walk, I would call one of the phones with WhatsApp call, put it on video call, and leave it next to her to so I can see her while I'm walking around the property. And sometimes the call get disconnected. It was so frustrating. It was so tiring, but I was so happy that I had some, my staff, they were so loving. They loved her. And whenever I'm out and she starts crying, they would take her up. But being kids, babies, and they're so young, they're not used to the stuff, so they would cry. It was a lot for me mentally. That was my breaking point. I've never been so stressed on a job. The pandemic came, daycare is closing. My mom was living in Mandeville. May her soul rest in peace. That woman, she helped me out so much. And because one of the things why I struggled so much too is because she had to leave and go help my sister, because my sister was jealous of me being a mom. So she had to go get her baby. My sister got pregnant when my daughter was 5 months. So when Robin was 1, she was having a baby. So my mom went to help her. Pandemic came, I took my daughter to Mandeville because of course the daycares are all closing. So now I have nowhere to leave her and I have to work. Let me tell you, I am dedicated to my job. And I think I'm too dedicated. I think I put my job not before myself, but I am I just think I'm too dedicated to a job. I was too dedicated. I would not want to call off work. I am not one to call off work. And you know, Jamaican staff, you have to tie these Jamaican staff to do their work. So I would always try to stay back to ensure things are good, because as a manager, I do not want to be walking in the first thing tomorrow morning and be greeted by a disgruntled guest. It was so annoying. And you know, in hotels, no matter how much you try to prevent issues, there is always something. So I was ready to just leave the hotel industry for good. I was over it. So the pandemic came. I took my daughter to Mandeville because the daycare is closed. So I left work the evening and I went straight to Mandeville to drop my daughter off. On my way coming back from Mandeville, I met in an accident. I met in an accident on the 16th of March. And how I met into that accident, my mom was calling to find out if I got to work on time. I was almost there and I reached for the phone. And by the time I did this and look up, even before I looked up, I just hear like a whole commotion. I didn't even know that it was me hitting the cars. I just thought it was somebody else, because I was like, no way, because I just took my eyes off the road, so it wouldn't be me hitting someone because there was nobody in front of me. The guy slowed down and I hit. It was a 3-car collision. I was so stressed because I've never been in an accident before. I didn't know how to handle it, and I ended up having to take 2 weeks home from work. So right in the pandemic, right when the hotel was about to close down, right when the country was about to close down, I had to take 2 weeks off from work. And that 2 weeks was no work, no robbing. It was the best 2 weeks of my entire life. I slept so good. I ate like I eat morning, noon, and night, and I watched movies. It was so relaxing. It was so relaxing. And eventually my mom came and she stayed with me, and my daughter stayed with me. And while the hotel was closed, I never realized that I would have been without a job and be so happy. I was so happy because I was finally getting to wake up and give my daughter a bath and give her, you know, a good meal and play with her and teach her, because I wasn't able to do those things while I was working. I went back to work after when my child was 2 months old. I did a C-section. Financial reasons, I could not stay home, so I had to go back to work. And so I didn't get any time. Whenever I get my day off, I need to get my hair done and, you know, a few little errands. It was so bad that I'm under the hair dryer, and you know how the hair dryer is hot. My baby is in my lap, breastfeeding, sleeping. It was so stressful. So when the pandemic came and the whole place locked down and I could finally just stay in, don't go anywhere, just straight me and my daughter and my mom, I was so happy. I had never been so happy to be without a job. I enjoyed that moment. It was so refreshing. My daughter, she became so happier. She started gaining weight because all I would feed her on when I come home in the night is so tea and cornflakes. Sometimes she said she want noodles and I'd be so tired to make the noodles for her. She was so slim. If you know Robin and remember Robin, and if you knew Robin, I will try to insert a picture if I find a picture to show you how she was back then compared to how she is now. You would realize that she was not being fed properly. So even though the country shut down and no work was going on, I was still selling my Shein bags and my candles. I did buy some candles on Amazon and Walmart, and I was selling them, and that was going pretty good, but I did not have any other income. So of course, once I sell anything, then I would use back that money because I had my car. So I had my car to pay for. I had my rent was 30,000. My car was 25,000. I had internet because, you know, the lifestyle now, you have to have internet and cable. So, and that's from Flow, that's $7,000. I have my light bill, I have my water bill, plus food. So I have all those 6 expenses, and I did not know where the dollar was coming from. And let me tell you, you see hotel in Jamaica, you work. And to how the Jamaican system is, you work. And the moment you're not able to work, you are without a dime. you are without a dime, because all the expense that you have, you're not able to save anything. And that is why I did start the online business, because I realized that I wanted to leave the job, but I could not afford to be without a job for 2 months because I did not have any savings. I never thought about saving. I was just living paycheck to paycheck. And I planned on saying that once I got the promotion, I would have been able to save some money. But right then the pandemic came. So I was doing my little candle stuff, and those weren't paying my bills. I had some great friends though. I've met some great people in this life, I tell you, and I must tell you that I am so blessed. I often wonder, like, God, what are you doing to me? Why do you always send me these people? Because I ended up having some people, that helped me out in the pandemic. They would send me money every month, and that's what I would use to buy food. You get what I'm saying? And one of the biggest blessings I saw that happened in the pandemic was the fact that I met in the accident, and the insurance money. It cost me about $90,000 to fix the car, or 100 and something, but I did get almost $400,000. But you know what was the worst part about it? I had to pay rent out of it. I had to pay rent, and it's 30 plus 30 plus 30. One time when I gave my landlord $90,000, I said, no. How am I paying $90,000? I'm not making any money. This is madness. And then the people them from Canada, they were sending money so I could pay my rent. And I said, what if these people decide that they're not going to send any more money to me? What am I going to do? I am going to go to stress. I was dating at the time. The guy that I'm with now, that we live together, I was dating him. He was living here, but the house was not completely finished. It's his home. And I was, venting to him and letting him know what's really happening. Because, your relationship, you're communicating and you're sharing what's going on. And he said, why not come by him? Mind you, I didn't really want to do that because, your relationship didn't work out with my daughter's dad, and I just wasn't ready mentally. I love my daughter so much, and I was raised in a home separated from my mom, and it affected me a lot, and I just did not know how to have her introduced or have her live with another man that is not her father. I wanted to understand more about it, understand what is it that I need to do, and see how fitting this person is gonna be for her, especially she being a girl. Here we are, it's 2022, and since lately I've just been missing work and getting so frustrated and be like, okay, I'm sick and tired of staying home. I miss having my own money. I just miss being out there in the presence of other, adults, and just not being home, taking care of my daughter, washing, cooking, cleaning, waiting for man to come home and then do big people stuff. And I want to go out there and just see people and come in and still be able to cater to them. But I want to do something different. And I'm just ready for that. We're actually working on something right now, and I'm praying my fingers and toes and tongue and everything is crossed right now, and hoping for the best so I can be free every day. I call it behind these prison walls. I tell myself I'm in a prison because I've been working since I've been 16. I left high school when I was 15 years old, and I started working at 16 years old, and I've been working ever since. I never stopped working. Even if I stop working, it's just maybe for a few months and then I'm on to another job. But now, the longest that I haven't worked. And I'm so fearful of going into the hotel system because I know how much it will consume my time, being that I have my daughter. If it was just me, then of course, fine. It doesn't matter what time I get home. I'll just work. But I have a responsibility to take care of my kid, and I do not have anybody else that I can leave her with at the moment. And daycares, she gets sick very easily, and I'm so worried whenever she gets sick it will take her months for her to get better. So there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into it. I am 150% grateful for my partner. He works so hard to ensure that we're okay and we're comfortable and we're doing, getting the house to a comfortable state, because we never had a proper bathroom or a kitchen where we can cook in, and he work, you know, and put in so much time and effort in trying to get the place so we can be comfortable. So I'm so grateful for him, because I'm not working and I him alone I work. I him alone I make the money, and I him alone I buy food, plus I sort out the place. So girl, I just cannot wait to, you know, finally be able to do something so I can also contribute to whatever is happening, and you know, just take care of myself and feel some sort of independence again. Like I cannot wait for that. Like I sit every day and I think about the things that I'm going to do with the money that I do not have as yet, because this is not the life. This is not the life for me. Like, kudos to the parents or the moms that have like 3-4 kids and just decide that they do not want to work and they just want to stay home forever. I cannot do it. I cannot. I want to be making some money. I want to be doing stuff. I want to be saying buying curtains and, you know, doing renovations to the house. I want to be able to go and get my hair done. I hate the fact that I have to wait until my boyfriend gives me money to get my hair done. I hate the fact that I have to wait until to give me money to go to the grocery shopping. You know how bad that makes me feel? I'm not used to that. I'm used to knowing that if I'm at work and I'm coming home, I'm gonna stop at the grocery shop and get whatever it is that I need at the moment and head home. I don't like the fact that I have to wait. It feels like I'm a child. It feels like I'm just waiting for him to hand it. So sometimes I just don't even bother do my hair and do my nails, because I don't like to be begging. I want to make my own money and do my own thing. This stay-at-home mom thing is not working out for me. It is very stressful. I am sick and tired of washing plates and washing and doing the laundry and cooking. It's like this is the only thing that I'm good for. I feel non-productive. I feel like I have no purpose. I have no use. Like, I'm not bashing anybody that's doing that and that is okay with doing it, but it's just not something that I feel as if I will wash the plate and cook when I leave work. Why is my neighbor so noisy? I will wash and cook on the weekends, on my day off, or make breakfast in the morning and go to work, but I do not feel as if I want to sit down behind these walls and be doing this 24/7. My neighbor is noisy. So once everything is sorted, I plan on relaunching my business, my online business. I did name it Rob's Nails and Beauty because I love beauty, not this whole makeup stuff. I love nails, I love facial, lashes, stuff like that. That's where I'm heading. And actually, like home decor, I love decor, so I would always be in that. So once everything is sorted, praise be to God, I claim it, I manifest it. So once all of that is worked out, I know I'm going to venture off into what I truly want to do. And this job, actually, I'm not going to be working for anyone. So that's one of the greatest things. I won't be working anyone but for myself, for ourselves, on my own time, on the days that I choose to work. So of course it will not take up my entire 7 days, so I wouldn't have time to deal with Robin. I want to work most days because I want to be able to put some money in the bank account right now, because it is negative. It is, I don't know how much negative it can be, but it is negative. Negative zero, negative zero. If you're a stay-at-home mom, try to find something that you are good at, something that you love, that will take your time and take your mind off just being at home catering to someone else. Get your nails done with as much as you can. If you get the supermarket money, the grocery money, take a little bit. Take $2,000 out of it. Go get your toes done, get your fingernail done, buy an ice cream, something. While your kid is at school, take that time for him to spend a little time. Like this morning I went and I got my nails done, and I decided, you know what, I'm not doing any dishes, I'm not making the bed, I'm not cleaning up anything. I am going to get my toes done before I do any of this, because I had an appointment, and if I considered worried about cleaning up and doing all of this, I would have missed my appointment, and then by the time the next available time, I would have to be getting Robin from school, so I wouldn't be able to get it done today. So I said, you know, for once I'm just gonna put off this house and just put me first. So sometimes that's what you have to do as a stay-at-home mom, is to put some things off and put you first. Because for me, I put my boyfriend first, ensuring that you know, everything is to his suit to welcome him home, and I put a lot of time into taking care of a child, because let me tell you, kudos, 10 stars, 20 stars to the parents that have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, especially if you're a single mom. Kudos to you, because I only have 1 daughter, and let me tell you, sometimes I get so overwhelmed. It's not like she is, you know, a troublesome kid. Robin is very active and she is very mature for her age. So most times she spends just watching the television, crayoning. She want to be funny with mommy. If I'm cooking, she want to be there. She will make her bed. She will help to wipe the floor, mop the floor and sweep the floor. She will do those things. But it's just to think about the fact that I have to cater to her. I have to curtail my activities, my lifestyle into ensuring that I fit her in. So everything that I do is surrounded ensuring that she's comfortable. I don't even go out because I don't have, you know, a dedicated person to keep her. Sometimes I go out like now and then because we have a neighbor that they are so loving and caring, and they love Robin and Robin love them. So now and then, you know, I would say, okay, I'm gonna go here, and I think it's been on just 2 occasions that I've actually left her there. And even while I'm out, I still did not feel comfortable to leave her, so I would hurry back home to get her. So take some time for you as a stay-at-home mom. Plan a date, a girls' night out. Get yourself some lunch, get a mani, get a pedi, get your hair done, buy yourself a gift. I bought myself a pair of slippers over the weekend, which I haven't done in a very long time. Take something out of that supermarket money and buy yourself something. All right? So thank you guys for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Support your girl, support me, support Robin. I hope you guys are enjoying our videos. If it is that you want to see something specific, you can drop it in the comments and let me know. And for those who are watching this video, you can share in the comment sections with other stay-at-home moms your challenges and how it is that you overcome, how you deal with life being a stay-at-home mom without a job. If you're a work-at-home mom, let us know in the comment sections how you deal with it. Until next time, bye.